Okay, I want to go ahead and take a pretty detailed look here at what's going on with Wednesday's severe weather threat. Turn that off. Let me just start. Let's not look at all that first. That's confusing. Let's look at this first, right here. So this is the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is a day 3 outlook, meaning it's counting today, counting tomorrow, and counting Wednesday. So this is valid for Wednesday. Um, As you can see, we're marked here in the enhanced risk. So we're a level 3 out of 5 right now. And with the way that everything's looking, what I'm about to talk about, definitely looks like there's probably going to be an upgrade to a moderate risk, which is, if you notice here, a level 4 out of 5. So pretty significant threat for some severe storms and possible long track tornadoes. And the reason for that, so let's go ahead and move over here to this is our model data. This is what the soundings are looking like right now. So this is ran today. I'm using the GFS model. And the time that we're looking at right here starts at 7 a.m. Now for my area, I have this is the latitude and longitude for Florence, but so, pretty much northwest Alabama, the northwest corner for us. So looking at this sounding, I just ignore all the lines and colors and graphs. What this sounding right here is telling me that since these two lines are touching, it's raining. So at this point, this is like I said, around 7 a.m. We're already going to have rain starting to move into the area. Looks like it's going to be about 60 degrees, very, very moist, 60-degree dew point there. So let's fast forward just a little bit. Let's go to 10 o'clock in the morning. So still looks like we've got some rain, and that rain is warm, so it's warming up the area. Temperatures are beginning to rise. So at this point, by 10 a.m., we're up to 65 degrees. Moisture has also increased. We're up to a 64-degree Fahrenheit dew point. And now we have introduced CAPE, which I've talked about before, but it is called the Convective Available Potential Energy. And that essentially means the fuel for a thunderstorm. So what I mean by that is if you have low CAPE values, that means that if a storm decides to blossom and drop a tornado, if the CAPE values are low, it'll likely just be a low spin up tornado with not a lot of fuel to keep it going. When you start introducing higher values, and by higher values, I mean like 1,000 joules per kilogram and greater, that's when you can start seeing some long-lived tornadoes because since CAPE is fuel, that is essentially fueling the tornado to become larger and maintain its, vortex and stay on the ground longer. So again, this picture I'm looking at right here, this is still showing me rain. This is also showing though we have CAPE. The CAPE value right here that we're looking at, this right here, ignore the rest of this, that SFC, that stands for surface-based CAPE, which is what we're concerned with right now. We're at 778 joules per kilogram here. So while that's not 1,000, it's getting up there. So that would still, at that time, at 10 a.m., we could still have a chance with this first initial band of storms moving in. We could still have a chance for a tornado to come out of any of these storms. As you can see, the soundings on here will try to predict based on just what kind of data it spits out. It'll try to predict what kind of possible hazard could come from what you're looking at, and it spits out a marginal tornado with the sounding. So let's fast forward again. We're going to keep on looking at the day. So again, this was 10 a.m. So let's go ahead and fast forward. Here we go. If it'll load. Okay, so we're going to be looking at, looks like 1 p.m. now. Yeah, this is 1 p.m. Okay, so looks like there's a break in the rain. Okay, I know that because these two lines are not touching. That red line is temperature, that green line is dew point. When they're touching, it's raining. When they're not touching, it's not raining. Okay, so we talked about CAPE, right? Check it out. We are now at 1 p.m. Our CAPE values are now over 1,000 joules per kilogram, meaning we now have a moderate amount of CAPE. So if a tornado decides to pop out of any of these storms that's moving through the area, it can have the potential to be a larger tornado, larger being an EF2 plus, because that's a fair amount of CAPE for a tornado to use as fuel to continue moving. So again, this is based on a 1 p.m. outlook. So let's fast forward again. Let's check out 4 p.m. Okay, here we are at 4 p.m. Yikes. Let's take a look again. Looks dry still. Dry meaning no rain. It's gonna feel very humid if you step outside at this time on Wednesday because those lines are so close together while they're not touching, meaning they're not raining. If they're close together like that, that means it's very close to saturation. So it's gonna feel just heavy outside. It's gonna feel soupy and it's gonna feel stormy. And there's a good reason for that because look at our Cape now. 2,109 joules per kilogram. That's a lot of Cape. Meaning, again, if a tornado pops out of this at this time, any of the storms that are moving through at this time, if a tornado decides to drop out of one of these storms that are, that's convecting, it could absolutely be a long track, large tornado. So definitely something worth, keeping an eye on and, make sure you're keeping up with all the alerts and all that, the whole nine. So this is 4 p.m. Let's just keep on moving through here. Okay, so we're going to go on to 7 p.m. now. So as you can see, by 7 p.m., we do still have very low amount of Cape, but we are very moist almost all the way through the atmosphere. So this is showing that it's beginning, that the warm front is beginning to move off and the temperature is beginning to cool because we've cooled down now to 67 degrees. I didn't mention it, but that last sounding, the 4 p.m. sounding, we were at about 75 degrees there. So Cape has significantly dropped because the atmosphere is trying to stabilize at this point. We do still have Cape. So you cannot rule out a spin up tornado. If there is ever a Cape, that's why you'll always hear, even if you have a level 1 out of 5 risk, that's why you'll always hear meteorologists say you cannot rule out a spin up tornado because it can happen. If there's any Cape at all, that represents fuel for the atmosphere. So that's why even if the values are low, it still has to be mentioned. It is still a possibility because that Cape is still present. So at this point, looks like the atmosphere is heading towards stabilization. Got a cold front getting ready to push on through after that warm front has made a mess and moved through. So let's check out our next time. We should be heading on into the 10 p.m. time zone now. Let's see. Yeah, okay, 10 p.m. So looks like the front has moved through. Looks like some rain will be going on at this time. Temperatures have now dropped to 63 degrees Fahrenheit with very, very small amount of Cape, 15 joules per kilogram worth of Cape. And you know what I'm going to say? There's still Cape. So, but at this point, the atmosphere is almost stabilized. This little area where my cursor is, that between that dotted line and that red line, that is the area that indicates Cape. So that's the area that, we look at whenever we're looking at these soundings. So at this point, still some lingering showers, it looks like, from the cold front, but it's moving on through the area and getting ready to exit. So that's 10 p.m. Yeah, then by the time we reach 1 a.m., down to 60 degrees. Could still be raining at that point from that cold front that's moving through. 4 joules per kilogram of Cape. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the atmosphere is basically stabilized as opposed to the earlier 2,000 joules per kilogram of Cape. So, again, this is all subject to change, right? It's only Monday. And I know it sounds crazy to say that. It sounds crazy to say the event is so far out. Meteorologists are bad about saying that a lot. It's not that it's so far out, but in the sense of model data, it is so far out. That is a long time. 48 hours is a lot of time for things to change, for parameters to either come into place or to fall out of place. So right now, though, everything is coming together for a significant severe weather event with the possibility of long-track, long-lived tornadoes, which is exactly why the Storm Prediction Center has already, 3 days out from the event, placed us in the enhanced risk. That does not happen a lot. It's very seldom that, several days before an event's supposed to occur, do they, release a outlook that high, which is why I'm convinced they're probably going to increase it to a moderate risk by late tomorrow, if not early tomorrow. They could later on. These outlooks are issued every 12 hours. So we'll definitely see. It's absolutely something to be keeping an eye on, though. Keep a watch on, watch all your local meteorologists, ask me questions, whatever, but definitely be paying attention to all this because it looks like it's going to get rough. If it keeps together the way it's going, um, it's definitely going to get rough. So, all right, that's all I wanted to share my thoughts, and I thought it'd be easier just to walk you through it than try to take, many Snapchat videos and send it that way. So, all righty.